What else I like that was doing, Sean? Something happened a couple days ago. We got to go in video mode. And shout out, this is a TikToker name, Dr. Tyler. He has something to say about what was added to his.
Now you know the racists are going to be mad about this one. So today, the MLB finally integrated Negro League statistics into their historical record books. Now, this obviously changed some leaderboards. Y'all ready for this one? I am. So, in my best WWE impression, and new career batting average leader, Josh Gibson. And they keep on going. And new slugging percentage leader, also Josh Gibson. And one more for good measure. And new OPS leader, also Josh Gibson. Oh, and just in case y'all don't think that counts for single season records, he's also the new leader in those categories too. Now I know some people are going to have some things to say in the comment section, and I welcome it. So,
shout out Dr. Tyler. Shout out to that TikTok who put out the great content. But yeah, sure. The Negro League stats are added to the MLB record books. What was your reaction when you first seen that?
Oh, so they announced they were going to be doing that some time ago. They finally made it official as well. And again, if you know the history of the Negro Leagues and the players and the game, I don't know if they necessarily needed this to be validated, but this certainly, I think, probably does provide some more validation to how great they were in comparison to those who were in the major leagues, particularly during the time they were playing, when they were not allowed to play in Major League Baseball. So that piece I'm very, very happy about. And also, from a historical perspective, whenever things like this happen, SB, what always excites me is if you are a fan who loves the game and wants to know and understand the history of the game, you go back and you do your research and you look at the Josh Gibsons, and you look at the Roy Campanellas, and you look at the Patrick Pages, and you look at the Oscar Charlestons, these guys who were great, who were great in the Negro Leagues. And Roy Campanella obviously did get to play in the major leagues, but you just get a chance to really go back and do your research and look and see just how great these players were, because they were great. And they just didn't get to play in the major leagues, which is, part why you have the Negro Leagues. And we don't have to litigate why. We know why. I know people want to erase history in this country. We don't need to go back and look at, we know why they didn't play in the major leagues. And again, had they played in the major leagues earlier, some of the folks that people talk about might not be talking about.
Might not know a guy too that's in that history book, not the guy that yeah. But Sean, my reaction, I think it was awesome. I like that too, that they did do that. I even liked it when the MLB game added the Negro League. It was the last MLB game. So it was like, yeah, let's not run away from history, good or bad, because sometimes when you run away from history or act like it don't exist, two things always happen. They erase it or whitewash it. I'll be honest about it. And, so I like, it shows that we had a lot of different great players too. And sometimes people missed out on the great players because sometimes people are saying history like, yeah, this person is this great. He led in this, and that. The whole time it was another league across the way, for the reasons why we know why they wasn't playing in the same league, and them guys was better or just as good or better. So I love this. I love this move by the MLB. I think this was a tip to the hat to him. And then Sean, the real question is, why does the Negro League stats belong into the MLB record books? It's because of what I said. It wasn't talent why they wasn't in the MLB. And we know why. You look on the stream, you see what I'm saying. So that's why it belongs, because they were just as talented, just as good. The level of play was just as good, if not better. So if it wasn't like it was two different leagues and everybody was coincide playing. It was separated for a certain reason. And I think we needed this, one, just in life in general for this generation, and to make peace of what BS that went on in the past, and also to honor those players from the past, to give them the tip of the hat that they deserve. That's why, for me, if you ask me why, that's how I personally feel why it belongs in the MLB record books. What about you, Sean?
I mean, again, it was professional baseball. It was an incredibly talented league. And again, I hope this causes people to go back and do their research to understand how great these players were. And again, I didn't even mention, Buck Leonard. I didn't mention Cool Papa Bell. Like there was some great, obviously Jackie Robinson came from the Negro Leagues into the major leagues, obviously to, break the color barrier. But as great as Jackie Robinson was, he wasn't the best player in the Negro Leagues when he broke the color line. It was Josh Gibson. So, there were other reasons why they didn't go. Josh Gibson wasn't the chosen one, so to speak. Which again,
you can't bring Superman. You can't bring Superman around.
Well, yeah, and again, I won't get into the politics of the time, but there were just other reasons why he wasn't the chosen one. So, again, I think it's a super move. Again, knew it was coming. Glad it's here, and baseball fans all over the world embrace it because it's done and it ain't going nowhere.